Lockly Access Touch Pro, Fingerprint Deadbolt, PGD7YW.
Installation Guide. This procedure will assist you with installing the lock set step by step. Installation generally takes less than 30 minutes. If you have any questions, please visit lockly.com/support or call 669-500-8835 for help. Let's take a look at everything in the box. To complete this installation, you will need a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, a tape measure or ruler. Let's start now. Preparation. Remove any existing lock set from the door. Prep the door if necessary. Measure and confirm your door thickness is between 1 3/8 of an inch to 2 inches. The cross bore hole must be 2 1/8 of an inch diameter. The edge bore hole must be 1 inch diameter. The back set should be 2 3/8 of an inch or 2 3/4 of an inch. Adjust deadbolt and install. Measure the back set. The deadbolt comes set to 2 3/4 of an inch. For 2 3/8 of an inch back set, adjust the length of the deadbolt. Deadbolt slot must align to the center of the door hole. Extend the deadbolt by inserting a flathead screwdriver into the slot and turning clockwise. Attach the deadbolt into the door using 2 screws, K. Make sure that the right side is up and the slot is in the vertical position. Install exterior assembly. Make sure the torque blade is in the vertical position. Place assembly and torque blade through the deadbolt slot, and guide connection cables through the crossbore hole under the deadbolt. Align and secure until flush to exterior door surface. With adhesive strips, align and secure mounting plate, D. Guide connection cable through and secure to the lower left notched hole. Insert, tighten by hand 2 screws, G, located on the left and right of the blade. Check alignment and tighten with screwdriver. Use the key to ensure deadbolt locks and unlocks smoothly, no binding or rubbing. When finished, leave the deadbolt extended and remove the key.
Preparing wired door sensor.
When installed on door, the distance between the wired sensor, P, and sensor magnet, Q, must be less than 3/4. If door frame is higher than door, add included foam pads to level parts with each other as much as possible. There may be circumstances where the sensor cannot be installed because of molding, door limitations, or is not aesthetically desirable. The sensor wired to the lock is removable by carefully pulling its connector from the circuit board. If removed, some features and functionality will not be available, such as real-time condition status. When installing the door sensors, make sure the arrow of the wired sensor, P, is placed next to the arrow of the sensor magnet, Q, as close as possible. The interior assembly comes with the pre-installed wired door sensor setup for a right swing door with 2 3/4 of an inch back set. Trim excess part for doors with 2 3/8 of an inch back set. For left swing doors, reroute the door sensor wire through the side channel. Do not install the sensors yet.
Install interior assembly.
Plug the cable coming through the mounting plate into the interior assembly. Make sure that the plug is oriented correctly, matching the red side of the plug to the red side of the socket on interior assembly. Tuck cable under eyelet hooks and route to the right on interior assembly. Ensure the thumb turn is vertical. Place the interior assembly against the mounting plate and make sure the torque blade is inserted to the thumb turn shaft. Secure the interior assembly to the mounting plate with 2 screws, I. Install batteries. With the door open and the deadbolt fully extended, insert 3 batteries only. Press and hold the program button. Continue to hold and install the 4th battery. The lock will automatically start self-check. Release program button once check starts. If the lock is not properly installed, it will open and close repeatedly. Once self-check completes, ensure the lock operates smoothly by manually locking and unlocking the door using the thumb turn on the interior assembly. Install the battery cover, H, and secure it with screw on top.
Install wired door sensor.
Install the door sensor. Peel off the paper layer of the adhesives from the back of the wired sensor, P. Position the wired sensor, P, to the edge of the door. Attach and secure with the adhesives. Align the arrow of sensor magnet, Q, with the wired sensor, P. They must be aligned or as closed as possible, less than 3/4 of an inch. Peel off the paper layer of the adhesives and install sensor magnet, Q, onto the door frame. Install door strike. Use the supplied door strike or use your existing as long as the deadbolt operates smoothly without binding or catching.
Wireless window/door sensor. Adding wireless door/window sensor is optional. For extra peace of mind, we have included a wireless sensor you can use to replace the pre-wired sensor, or use it for another door or even for a window. We recommend installing this sensor as it provides the ability to verify that your door or window is securely closed, and it also sends push notifications to your phone on the status of your door or window when someone opens and closes it. This sensor comes in 2 parts. Depending on your door or window orientation, the sensor can be mounted in different ways. Part 1 should be installed onto the door frame or window frame, and Part 2 must be installed on the door or window. Make sure you install the sensor indoors on a clean and dry surface, away from direct sunlight, high heat locations, and large metal objects that may interfere with wireless signals. The optimal location to install the sensor is on the upper corners of your door or window, away from the reach of children and pets. When you are installing the sensor, make sure the arrow of Part 1 is placed next to the arrow of Part 2, with distance not more than 3/4. Gently wipe the surface of your door or window frame where you wish to install the sensor, and make sure it's dry before installing. You would need to pair the sensors before installing on the selected location. Remove the insulation to activate the battery, or open the sensor and install one AAA battery. The sensor automatically enters pairing mode. After the pairing is completed, it will automatically exit. To test if the sensor is working, align the arrows of the sensor and magnet sensor. The sensor will blink blue. If the pairing is unsuccessful, remove and reinstall the sensor's battery. It will re-enter pairing mode. Mount the sensor Part 1 and Part 2 once pairing is successful. Congratulations, this concludes the installation of the Lockly Access Touch Pro Fingerprint Deadbolt lock set.
To complete its setup, download the Lockly app from the App Store or Google Play. Register and/or log in to your account and follow on-screen instructions for adding a new lock.